Hello, and welcome to today's live. First off, if you're watching this on the replay, leave me a comment below. Let me know that you're watching. And for anyone joining live or on replay, do feel free to leave your questions in the comments, and I'll be getting back to you with answers as soon as possible. So, today's topic: how I went from 0 leads to 40 leads in just a week. This might sound a little bit hyperbolic, but I promise this is a true story, and I'm going to give you the breakdown of that just now. So first off, hello everyone. If you're new here, I'm Bethan. I'm a digital marketer. My background is marketing. I run a marketing agency, and these days I focus a lot of my time on offering business coaching to online service providers who are looking to kind of grow and scale their online businesses. So that's me. And something that you need to know for context, I spent 3 months before Christmas traveling around Bali. I now travel full time, but at that point it was brand spanking new and I maybe got a little bit excited. So I put myself in a situation that a lot of the people that I work with are also in. After enjoying my time maybe a touch too much in Bali and just sticking to kind of client work. I was also launching a course at the time. Some of my other business activities fell by the wayside. And one of the first things to go was that lead generation focus. And a lot of you will have seen my post yesterday about feast and famine in business. And that's exactly what happened to me. I went from having lots of leads, lots of customers, to all of a sudden being in a situation where I had none. And worse than that, I had none. And actually, a couple of our clients handed in their notice of our working period. So all of a sudden, I had less business than I was used to. And I needed to make that change. I needed to know where my next customer was coming from. I was stressed. I was worried. I was working more than I should be to try and rectify it. And there were lots of hiccups between mindset and actual business strategy. But with my background and with what I do, I was very fortunate to be able to put myself in a position where I could turn on my strategy, I could turn on my knowledge and get this stuff straightened out and make sure I knew exactly where my next customers were going to be coming from. So if you are somebody who is struggling with that right now, you don't know where your lead sources are, you don't know how your next customer is going to be coming in through the door, I've got a little bit of a run through for you. So like I said, maybe I'd taken my foot off the gas a little bit when I was in Bali. But Q1 of this year, then I had to face the consequences of that. I had always prioritized client work first. And that meant that I hadn't yet built out my own marketing machine, my own automated lead generation funnel that I recommend all my clients do and that I've delivered on behalf of clients for years. So it was time that I start putting that in place. And over the course of a week, to generate those 40 leads, I did 3 specific activities. The first thing was a dive in campaign. Now, this is something that I talk about a lot in my program. It's actually the first step of my program, is diving into those old leads, those stale leads, the contacts in your business network, and re-engaging them and igniting that lead again so that you have plenty of warm, hot leads in the background. From that alone, I generated 15 leads that were on my list of people to follow up with for potential work. So that can show that just the one step of reigniting the people that you work with can quite quickly turn things around and make sure that you've got enough customers coming in through the door. And like I said, the details on how to do that, we break down fully in my startup program. The second thing that I did that I thought was really important and that I pushed to all of my clients was building out an automated marketing machine. I refreshed my lead magnet. I refreshed my email system to go along with it. And I turned on a very low budget ad platform to get people coming into my email list, coming into my lead funnel without me touching it. And now, months later, I still generate leads from that. I was really lucky with that launch that I focused really hard on my ideal customer, who they were, what they needed, and the lead magnet that I generated was something that was irresistible to them. So I had 25 signups within 24 hours on my lead magnet. So all of a sudden, there's another list of names that I can contact and generate some new income from, and bring them into my program, bring them into my agency. And finally, I did something that I don't think is talked about enough. Those 2 points that I've already told you are really common. They're in 1,000,001 people's programs. People teach about them on social media. But this final step is something that I leveraged because I have a background in events and I know the power of being positioned as an expert in an event setting. So I use a workshop that I published through Eventbrite and LinkedIn events that brought new people to me. I also then sent it out to my email list and marketed it on my social media to bring back some of those maybe cold leads that I didn't think about in my diving campaign. And all of a sudden, I generated a whole honk of people who were going to be attending this event. I think for the first event I did in this period, it was 45 attendees. Now, some of these were new, some of these were fresh people who I could start the process of nurturing and warming up to become leads down the line. But some of these were people that have been in my network for years that maybe I'd forgotten about, or maybe we hadn't touched base recently. And by them attending this workshop, I cemented it to my program, to my offering, and followed up with every single person who showed interest and asked questions after the fact. And all of a sudden, there were another list of leads. There was another list of people who were eager to find out more about what I do because they had attended something that I had done that offered them value. So I did those 3 things in a week. It was a very busy week, granted, but I pressed live on my lead magnet and I ran the workshop within the same week as I offered my diving campaign because I wanted to generate that activity quickly. So I had over 40 leads come to me, 40 leads. And with the kind of percentage of conversion that I have within my business, that meant that I had income. That meant that I had new clients. That meant that I had clients that I could book out for the future, for following months, and know that I had people willing and ready to work with me. And I knew where my next customer was coming from. It meant my mindset completely changed. I went from honestly crying and panicking and worried and working too much and not making the money that I wanted to all of a sudden feeling empowered again and feeling happy and excited about my business. And this is something that I help all of my clients do in my startup program. My startup program is a 3-month one-to-one program that is focused on building your business on solid foundations. It's for online service providers, so think coaches, trainers, that group, but also graphic designers and copywriters, people who deliver a service through their laptop. And if you're one of those people and you're struggling to hit your income goals, or maybe you're working 12 hours a day regularly and you're still not getting to that point of what you wanted your business to look like, and you're ready to change that, this program is all about getting you past that sticking point, those growing pains in business. You'll get insight on not just the what you should do and the why you should do it, but actually the how. I call these one-to-one programs not coaching programs because I will help you to implement these strategies. I will take off my coach hat and put on a trainer hat if I need to, or a mentor hat, and make sure that you are getting everything you need from me. And there's a few main stages to this system. This first program focuses on, number 1, getting your strategy straight. Strategy is the key of business. Marketing strategy, sales strategy, and growth strategy are the 3 things that we're going to be focusing on. Generating leads on autopilot is the second step. We're going to build a lead magnet for you together. We're going to workshop how to really trigger and pull on those heartstrings of your ideal customer so they cannot resist clicking yes, sign me up. And finally, we're going to be hitting those income goals that you've been working towards. Whether it's a 5K month, a 10K month, whatever you're working on that you've maybe been striving for a while, it's time we change that and make sure that you're getting there. Now, for everybody watching right now, as I'm talking, this offer is of 50% off. So I've changed my programs and I want to share the stories of the people who've done this program firsthand. So I can hop on a live and tell a story about one of my clients, or maybe interview you about what it's been like to work with me and what this process has done. So with that in mind, as a thank you for letting me share your story for this newly formatted program, I am offering it 50% off. It is now only £500 a month plus VAT, compared to the £1,000 a month plus VAT that working with me typically is. So if you want to start this process, if you want to find out more about what it would mean to work together and to start up on my program, get in touch, because we actively have 4 people on this program already, and this offer only stands for the first 10. So it's going quickly. These spaces are filling up, and I won't be doing this price discount again. So if you've been wanting to work with me over the last couple of months, maybe, since I've been really ramping up all of this activity that I've been telling you about, now is the time to say, let's do it. So comment below or drop me a message if you'd like to find out more information about what this might look like for your business and see if you're a good fit for this program. But I thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your attendance. And for those of you who are on the replay, drop me your questions below and I'll get back to you on how you can generate 40 leads in just 1 week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.